So it's now day 2 of bringing the airplane home. Got a late start yesterday, so dropped off Kim last night at Jacksonville over at Craig Airfield. And now we're gonna go from Craig to Punta Gorda. Look at that sun. Clear. So here we are, part 2 of the trip home. So what do you think? Should we go IFR or VFR? Yeah, it's a VFR kind of day. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and program our flight into here. We'll go to FMS. We're at Craig. We're gonna go to Gainesville. And from Gainesville, we're gonna go to Ocala, which is OCF. From Ocala, we're going to go to Lakeland, which is LAL. As you can see, it finds it all there for me. After Lakeland, we're going to go direct Punta Gorda. Oops, that's the Kilo Papa Golf Delta. There's our flight plan. We're going to go ahead and activate it. And here we go. There it is. So, 223, come here, we got a little data block. Okay, so I'll put this on 223. Craig ground, bearing 3175, whiskey at Delta and Golf. We'd like to taxi to 23 for a southwest departure with Kilo.
5 whiskey, Craig ground, register, turn left at Bravo, right at Charlie, taxi runway 23.
Bravo, Charlie to 23 for Southwest whiskey. That sun is bright today. Probably should clean off my window. Thankfully the sun will be on my back.
75 whiskey, runway 205, slip takeoff, stay on course.
3 Foxtrot, clear for takeoff.
Go downwind,
Clear that.
23. Runway 23, short and clear, touch to go, back to right traffic. Back to right traffic, clear for 232, Sierra Juliet. A3 Bravo is assessed on the opposite down when you're going to follow him. Just let me know if you see him.
A3 Bravo, I have no choice.
Milan's A3 Bravo, Roger. He's almost midfield on the left, Alan. Like I said, let me know if you see him. If you don't, I'll call you back.
There's 2000.
Confirm, 2 Sierra Juliet, number 1. 2 Sierra Juliet, yes sir, number 1, runway 23, short and clear, touch to go, right traffic. Roger that, thanks.
Fuel flow. Airspeed alive. 84 knots. Positive rate. Gear up.
A3 Bravo, look at your right. He's on the left base turn now. Wings up to you.
A3 Bravo, have traffic.
And A3 Bravo number 2, runway 23 short and cleared to land.
23 short, A3 Bravo, cleared lane.
Craig Tower connection 209, holding short at runway 23, ready for departure, student first solo.
Alright, we're going to stay just below this little layer right here
Phoenix Air 10, maintain VFR
for a minute,
2,500.
and then we will continue to climb to 4,500.
2,500.
The reason we chose 4,500 is because
Phoenix Air 10,
that'll let me get my 75% power that I need to keep these engines running nice and strong for the break-in. I cannot get over what a difference these engines have made. It is much smoother, significantly smoother, and there's a significant power increase, which just goes to show that, you know, yes, you can fly engines past TBO and, you know, continue on if you're Part 91, but it doesn't mean you're producing the same power. I am clearly producing more power. I find that, yes, I am running them a little harder than I normally would at this altitude for braking purposes, but I can definitely see a speed increase. I can also feel the increase on takeoff roll, and even on landing. I'm finding now that before my number used to be 18 inches on approach, you know, sometimes between 18 and 16, and now it's definitely the 16 mark versus the 18 and manifold pressure. So there's definitely some great differences between the two. Here. So check this out. So 10.3.1 is the latest iOS for the Avidyne IFDs.
Charlie Romeo, Roger.
And there's a couple changes, and I'm still learning them because I just, the second half of my first flight with this. But the biggest change
496 radar contact
is this little data card. So before we had this, and every time I had to come to this, my one gripe was I was giving up all the information because you used to see me on this page a lot, and I had all my data. Well, now I don't have to give that up. Even on here, there's my data. I still have it. Now I can have my attitude indicator. I can have my course. I can see my waypoints visually as signs in the air, and I still have all my data blocks there. So for me, that's huge. I really like having all that information and all that functionality at my fingertips. So we're currently level 5,500, running 75% power. I got have an indicated airspeed of about 182, yeah, maybe even closer to 185 knots. Currently have a ground speed of 197 knots. Of course, running this hard and this fast comes at a penalty because we're at 100 rigid peak, which is what Continental asked for break-in. So we're currently burning about 35 gallons an hour to be able to go that fast. But it also goes to show that in these airplanes in the Baron, if you want to get there fast, you can. So as I mentioned, there's a whole lot going on with Baron Pilot this channel now that the airplane's back.
Is that correct?
There will be a lot of flying, a lot of videos, got a lot of trips. Even doing some flying meetups. The first one being at Spruce Creek, flying breakfast, meet everyone for breakfast. So that should be a lot of fun. So if you don't already, follow me on social media, follow me on Beach Baron Pilot on Instagram.
357, you were issued 5,000. I'm showing you at 5,000.
And on Facebook on Baron Pilot page. And on Twitter, BE55 Pilot. All that will be links will be down below. But follow me on there if you want to get inside info on some of these meetups and what's going on. I got to tell you, it just feels good. It feels good to have the Baron back. It feels good to be flying the Baron again. So it took a little longer than I was hoping for, but that was no fault of Continental. The engines were there waiting for me when I arrived. But for those of you who don't follow me on social media, what took so long was there was corrosion on the engine mounting brackets. So you have a firewall, and then you have these brackets that mount to the firewall, and then on those brackets is then the engine mounts, and the engine mounts to the brackets. So some call them engine mounts. Technically, I guess they kind of are, but they're really engine mounting brackets. The engine mounts go on the mounting brackets. So on them, they found a little bit of corrosion. And since they found the corrosion, everything's off. There's no better time than to go ahead and address it while the engines are off, because I'm going to have to address it eventually, and then I'm going to pay to take the engines off, send them off, put them back on. So that was the time to do it. So we were at their mercy, waiting for them. It had to be shipped off. I think it was like Michigan or Detroit or somewhere up there. And we had to wait for them to do the work and then send them back. So that was the delay in getting the airplane back, and that's why it took so long. Otherwise, I would have had this plane back within a week. So go ahead and take a look ahead at Punta Gorda. We'll go ahead and check out the weather. So here's the METAR. Winds is 070 at 8.
554 Victor is ready to contact 3 miles northeast of Peter at 90 cleared to Stanford via radar Victor. Fun maintain
2600 scattered, 3500 broken. So you can see here, I have all the navigation in, so I can see all the different airspaces on the chart view. Normally when I'm flying UC and IFR, I usually have it like this. I take away a lot of this stuff because I don't need most of it when I'm flying IFR. Not my normal deal, but since I'm flying VFR, all that information becomes pertinent to me and relevant. I'm also a track up kind of guy, so I like to have it like that. You can have it centered or north up. Some of the guys you've seen me fly with, they prefer north up. I, on the other hand, I made track up kind of guy. I can already see here is my top of descent. And then there's my $3,000 crossing, $3,000, 3,000 foot crossing restriction that I put in. And for those who haven't seen me do it, I simply put in here, come here to my waypoint, and I say cross 15 miles before at 3,000. Of course, a lot of you ask me about things I have and things I use, camera mounts, iPad mounts, what have you. Most of those things now can be found on my website, baronpilotshop.com. I changed it from baronpilot.net to baronpilotshop.com. And you can go on there and you can see the things, look around, and if you want to purchase them from the site, you can. If you want to go elsewhere, you can as well. But I figured I'd give you a one-stop shop if you're looking for it. Good morning, put a go to tower, Baron 3175, Whiskey 9 to the north, inbound for landing.
And 3175 Whiskey, Punta Tower, good morning, report the midfield left downwind runway 4.
Midfield left downwind runway 4, Swarovski. And Baron 3175 Whiskey, entering a midfield left downwind for 4.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, runway 4, wind 090 at 9er, cleared land.
Runway 4, clear land, 75 Whiskey. Alright, we are beamed the numbers. I'm on level flight. You're going down, and that's going to push the nose over and bring us down. Down we go.
$500.
500 feet, 3 green, we are clear land. Going full flaps. Off here on Charlie.
75 Whiskey, turn left on Charlie, contact ground 119.55. You have a good morning.
Left on Charlie, over to ground. That's up, Whiskey. Well, we are home. Here we go. 75 Whiskey has made it. Thank you guys for coming along. Thank you for waiting along with me through this process. I hope you guys are excited as I am. If you like these videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. The biggest thank you I can get is your subscription to my channel. And remember, it's free, it doesn't cost anything to hit that subscribe button. So be sure to hit it and hit that bell as well so you get notifications when a new video does come out. Now that the airplane is back and I have new engines that have to be broken in and have to be flown, I'm hoping to fly the pan off this thing. So be sure to follow along and make sure you know what's going on. So.
Ah, my baby's home.